Hey, this is Marc Katz, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women and your personal trainer for love. Today, I'm going to give you the biggest misunderstanding that you have about men. And out of everything I've written, if there's one thing that I think is really important, it's going to be what I'm about to tell you. Men are about feelings, not about looks. Now, I know that could be considered a challenging concept to say the least, and certainly men are looks-driven. But looks only get someone in the door. They're going to get people's attention, and men and women function the same way in this regard. Every guy I know has dated someone who's really attractive and broken up with her. Every woman I know has dated a guy who's tall, smart, successful, charismatic, and realized he wasn't necessarily the best guy in the world. So we're all drawn by the same characteristics that build chemistry. I think what we have to realize is that men and women diverge when it comes to what they're willing to put up with in certain relationships. Men, for example, like smart, strong, successful women. I certainly could speak for myself and say that I do. Every guy I know is drawn by those same characteristics, which is why you probably have a lot of men who are interested in you as you are right now. The thing is, with guys who disappear, they're not necessarily getting their needs met. And one of the underestimated things about men is how much they are like you, and how they have feelings, and how they really want to be loved unconditionally, and cherished, and adored. And sometimes the most impressive women don't always give these men what they're looking for. So in my experience as a dating coach, women tell me essentially that they're looking for better versions of themselves. A guy who's taller, a guy who's smarter, a guy who's wealthier, right? We could all agree as to why that would be very attractive. However, a man's not necessarily looking for a better version of himself. A guy's looking for what he doesn't get anywhere else. He doesn't need a clone of himself. He doesn't need more guy friends. He doesn't need the same atmosphere he gets at work. He needs a complement. He needs someone who's thoughtful, generous, playful, silly, fun, sexy, soft, sensitive. That's the stuff that he doesn't get anywhere else. A person who really sees him as the best version of himself. Someone who really makes him feel masculine and needed and important and loved. And the amazing thing about doing this for your guy is the effect that it has on the guy when he feels safe and trusted and important and intelligent. Right? Instead of micromanaged and browbeaten and criticized and undermined and emasculated, which is sometimes what women do unintentionally because they have different needs and different opinions. And they make the guy that they're with, the guy that they love, the guy that they're attracted to, not necessarily feel so good. So most guys, if you give them all of this and you make them feel great, become better boyfriends, better men for you. It's hard to be selfish around someone who is selfless. It's hard to withhold love from someone who's so loving. So there's many rewards in making a guy feel really great. And you might be a top chef, supermodel, Rhodes Scholar, attract every guy in the room to you. But if you don't make a guy feel great, you're going to find that the good guys, the guys that you want, are not necessarily going to stick around. And so, really, I can't emphasize anything more importantly than this one thing. Men are about feelings, not necessarily just about looks. And if you make us feel like $1 million, we're not going anywhere. If you struggle to understand and connect with the right men, I really hope that that video gave you something to think about. We guys really are about feelings, and it's very important to us that when we're around you, we feel great. And so I hope you could take that into your real life immediately and start seeing some results from that.